Hi, I'm Julie. So how do you help a child with contamination OCD at home? Trust me, I wish I had known the answer to this question, because when my daughter developed contamination OCD, I had no idea, A, that she was suffering from it to begin with until it was too late. And when I did know that she had it, I was actually doing all the wrong things and actually feeding the OCD, because OCD feeds off reassurance, it feeds off you reacting to it. And it just feeds off recruiting everybody in its path. And with us, it recruited every single one of us in the family. Till in the end, we were totally isolated, trapped in the home really, because it wasn't safe for people to come to the home, and really it wasn't deemed safe for us to actually leave the home either, because obviously to a child suffering from contamination OCD, there's a real threat that they or others are going to be harmed if we don't comply to this invisible monster. So how do you help a child with contamination OCD? When I finally got the help that we needed via CAMS, we started using what was called ERP therapy, which is exposure and prevention therapy. And what that does is expose the child to their biggest fears, the things that are causing the biggest anxiety. It's something, I'll be honest, it's not a quick fix. It took us over 4 years of painstakingly slow therapy until she finally freed herself and she's living a normalish life. She gets the odd episode when her anxiety is high. Unfortunately, it'll never go completely, but she and we are now living a much more normal life. So what did we do with ERP therapy? Well, basically, we just exposed her to her fears little bit by little bit. It started by making a list of what we wanted to tackle, and then narrowing that list down to one thing at a time and breaking that one thing into small, tiny steps. And then gradually you build up, and once you've completed one thing on the list, you move on to other things in the list. Rewards work very well as well. We found that when we made the list, we also mutually agreed rewards with our daughter. So for everything that she tackled successfully, we actually agreed a reward. I got to be honest, I didn't agree with the reward system. I thought, we're rewarding really, which didn't seem fair to my other daughter, who was, also affected by this OCD, because watching her sister obviously made her suddenly have thought, and yet she wasn't getting rewarded and the daughter with OCD was. So one thing I have picked up is, if you've got siblings, make sure you introduce a reward system, something where they can actually have incentive to gain rewards as well, and that way they won't feel resented. So yeah, it starts with writing out a list of what you're going to tackle, and then coming up with a plan of exactly how you're going to tackle it step by step, and agreeing a reward for everything successfully tackled. One other tip I would give is distraction method works very, very well, because when they're carrying out this treatment, especially at the beginning, they're going to feel very, very uncomfortable and very reluctant to do it. So what I would suggest is distracting them when they're doing the therapy, either by holding some engaging conversation with them, or even by doing something different while they're doing it, even by playing a board game or popping out to the beach and doing some therapy there. Because, for example, one of the issues we had was with our car, so we could actually go outdoors as well and carry out the therapy and do it in sort of a more relaxed environment. Because what I found is nature works very, very well at calming OCD meltdowns and anxiety episodes. Alright, so I hope that's proved useful. If it has, don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any future videos I make. And also pop a comment in the bottom if there's anything else you'd like explained, or whether you find this useful. What I do now is I actually write children's books for children aged 5 to 8, because what I want to do is raise awareness of OCD from a very young age, because sadly with OCD it's a very cunning illness, and often parents and teachers don't identify it until it's become too late and it's taken total control. So my aim is through a children's story, is to raise awareness of OCD and to help parents and teachers know how to support children to tackle intrusive thoughts. My first book is called Hank the Hungry Monster, and that introduces Hank, who's a character that actually represents OCD, and the compulsions are actually represented as a game he likes to play. And the main character in this one is Annabelle, who wants to keep washing her face over and over again. And my second book, which is Trixie the Treat Monster, Trixie comes along to show how powerful distraction methods and rewards can be when tackling intrusive thoughts and anxiety. Alright, so I hope that's helped. As I say, subscribe to my channel because I will be posting regularly about contamination OCD and other forms of OCD, in the hope that I can help other parents and teachers to know how to better support children with OCD and contamination OCD. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.